Thank you, Mr. Chair. Director, do you know, have you heard about in July how Senator Wyden announced that the Treasury Department has suspicious activity reports on Jeffrey Epstein's financial network detailing, I think, thousands of transactions totaling $1.5 billion?
Thank you, Representative Tlaib. I am familiar with Senator Wyden's communications.
Yep. Are you among the largest transactions are two that JP Morgan Chase reported with Russian banks for as much as $100 million? Are you aware of that one?
I'm aware of Senator Wyden's communication, yes.
Can you tell the committee more in regards to, I mean, yesterday it was revealed that, just yesterday, that Chase employees knew of these suspicious transactions for more than a decade and they were ignored. Are you familiar with that?
Well, I thank you, Representative Tlaib, for these questions. And given the sensitivity of the data that we obtain through the Bank Secrecy Act, to include these SARs, I want to assure you that Treasury is taking this very seriously.
But we, as committee members, can we have access to that information? It should be public, correct?
This is highly sensitive.
Can you be subpoenaed for the records?
We are working with Representative Comer to ensure that we provide.
Okay. Well, I'm going to yield the rest of my time, Director, to my ranking member, Beatty. She'd like to put a motion, because I think Financial Services Committee should also have oversight in regards to any banking institution. As somebody that serves on oversight, sat at a round table with girls that were as young as 13 years old who asked us to follow the money. And I think it's our responsibility as members of Congress to do that. And with that, I yield the rest of my time to Ranking Member Beatty.
Thank you, Congresswoman Tlaib. Mr. Chairman, pursuant to Clause 2M of House Rule 11 and Clause 2K6 of the House Rule 11, I move that this committee issue a subpoena to the Secretary of Treasury to return to the majority and minority of the Subcommittee on National Security, Illicit Finance, and International Financial Institutions of the Committee on Financial Services and the Committee on Financial Services all complete and unredacted documents related to Jeffrey Epstein or individuals and entities associated with Jeffrey Epstein, including but not limited to wire transfers, bank accounts, and other transactions, other accounts, account holders that were party to any such transactions, currency transactions, actions reports, suspicious activity reports, and other Bank Secrecy Act data. Any documents related to a description or review of the network of Jeffrey Epstein's conducted by any party, including but not limited to any law enforcement investigation and or investigations or review by any other party, and any document or review that addresses any connections to any Russian-based financial institutions, individuals, and entities, including but not limited to entities that are currently under United States or allied sanctions.